Okay, so um, looks like everything is going okay here. We have a dirt problem, and that's what we're gonna work on solving today while we wait for lab research. So we were getting our dirt here. This is all flattened out. Now we got them flattened in this. But this over here is all dirt that we can access and move because we can flatten this area. The problem is we got this mine control tower here, which is doing our sand because we wanted it on a flat piece of ground, blah, blah, blah. So what I think we're going to do, we got barriers now. Okay, cool. Is I think we're going to put in a mine control, mine control here. And we're going to go ahead and quick build it. And then we're going to unassign the truck and the excavator that are doing sand. So that is a small excavator and a big truck. And then we're going to assign them small excavator, big truck there. And then we're going to edit area. And we're going to go ahead and that area. And then we're going to get rid of that tower. But why are you coming back here first? Okay, whatever. You're just checking in with the boss. So we get rid of this. We're going to leave this one in control of this. But we're going to make another one. Oh, fuel station. All right. We're going to make another one over here. And this one is going to be this area. Okay? And then we're going to have mining designation. And we're going to go mine all of this. We're going to leave those rocks there. So get rid of all of that. Make it flat. And we should have a big digger. So we can assign 2 big diggers. And then we have to make a couple of trucks. So we'll do 2 trucks. I was building more diggers for some reason. I think I was going to start changing out little diggers for big diggers. We'll see. So, has no compatible truck. The mining designations outside of the mine tower area. Alright, well this mining tower area is there and it's within it. Oh, I see what's outside. This. Problem solved. So then that will start to give us dirt. That will continue to mine the sand. That one will continue to tear these mountains down. Now we just need the trucks. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on vehicle parts. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cancel this. And then, because that's 40 parts. Vehicle parts. Where is it? Vehicle parts. Vehicle parts. Vehicle parts is waiting on glass again. All right, so let's trade for some glass. Oh, wrong one. This one. So there we go. We got some glass. How much glass did we get? 80. All right. So that'll be enough to build the 2 trucks, and we can send that. And we can send the trucks over to deal with this guy. So where are we at? Okay. It's a building. It's a me, Mario. All right, so we got that going. We got the lab set up for the next level of science. We just can't activate it until we get lab research done. Got that moved around. Okay. Now the next question is, I think we want to up our city again because we're getting close. So we'll upgrade this puppy again. Well, another section. That'll get that done. And then, kind of in a holding pattern at the moment, waiting upon science. All right, we're starting to fill up here on fertilizer. Oh, we are full on fertilizer. Well, hell, if that's the case, let's upgrade this storage. If we're making enough to be able to have that much stored, let's go ahead and store it. Everything else seems to be working. Do we have workers? We have workers. Let's load crew. And where are we going to go next? You know what we're going to do? We're going to do some repair stuff. Start repairs. So, start loading ship. So we're going to go out and we're going to repair that. We're going to repair this other, We're going to repair this other oil rig. Not that we're going to use it right now. And we're going to repair this, what is this? This was a sulfur mine. So we're going to get them all repaired so they're up and ready for us to go ahead and use. Meanwhile, we're waiting on science. Let's speed things up here. That should also speed up production of these trucks. Waiting on materials. Well, it's making them. Trade for some more, I guess, if we can. Now these guys, as soon as we get this truck, we need 40 vehicle part 2s. We got 9. It's making them. It's just not making them fast, but it's making them. That'll take care of our dirt. Okay, so this is ready to go deliver that. Because when we get this jetty done, we should be, there we go. Let's source those down here. When we get that jetty done, we should be able to start bringing more stuff in. All right, so this is going to make science lab equipment 2. Is that what we want? Yeah, because we're making 1. That's going to make lab equipment 2. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. Quick deliver there. All right, so we're going to need science, paper, and steel. So we're going to block that road off. They're just going to have to come that way. That's just going to be how it is. The science, I'm going to guess, is a flat. Because there is no way we can go from here to here and lift over. Even with a lift, it won't let us do it. So that's going to be that. No. Let's do here to here, because we need steel to come in. And let us do a flat lift. No, damn it. We want it right there. There. No, 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 no. Flat lift. There. To there. And then flat conveyor. There to there. And then steel, we're going to steel from right here. So that's going to be steel. And then that leaves paper. Which, where were we making paper at? We were making paper right here. So if we go flat lift, to there, flat conveyor, there, to there. To there. And then flat lift damn it. There. To there. And nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh well, that's okay. Then we can go flat lift. Well, we can delete this actually. And we can back that up. Because we were trying to put it in the wrong place. Come on. Right there. And then there. There. And there to there. So that's paper, steel, science, other science, stored science, and upgrade, upgrade. And we have the Unity. We just don't have the parts. So then, research. We want salt production, glass making. That's going to start to let us do our own without having to import it. And then we want power generation, thermal desalinization, not yet. Vehicle management is going to give us more vehicles. I have to think about the rest of them. Yeah, I know it's too advanced for the lab, but that's why you're supposed to be consumable end product to work. I know that. Why we're making it. Just hasn't gotten there yet. Are you bringing it over now? Good. I'm trying to work on getting this emptied and moved over here. I built a warehouse over here for cement to go into, but it's not full yet. what we're going to do is we're going to pause this, upgrade that, I guess, and then that will allow that warehouse over here to get rid of the cement that's over there, and we can get rid of that warehouse. All right, so we're researching salt production. Good. How are we doing on workers? Okay. You need to go home. Go home and start repairs and start loading the ship. That way it'll start gathering the stuff. Is our dirt? Oh, we don't have trucks yet still. Why don't we have trucks yet? Oh, we do have trucks. They're just out wandering around doing nothing. So, 1, 2. That's 2 big trucks with 2 big diggers. That's going to start to give us dirt back into our bricks, which we need. And sand is carrying on doing what sand is doing because it's full. But we'll start using that soon because we're going to start making glass soon. All right, good. And these guys are working away on this jetty. They're close to being done, the jetty. Now, I don't know that we'll be able to put a shipyard in this direction. Because it might block the other one. But I figure if we get out here far enough, we'll be able to. And that way we can start trading other stuff. Not that we need the sulfur right now, and that's the only other thing that we can really trade. Research is too advanced for our current lab. Yeah, no shit. That's why I want you to upgrade it. All it needs is steel. Aren't we storing steel? Yeah, we're storing steel. So it's just got to bring it over here, I guess. So where are we going to put paper? Let's look at where we're going to put paper. Let's look at what not paper, but glass. So glass is, we figured this out the other day. We need molten glass. We can either do coal, broken glass, or we can do glass mix, coal, molten glass, exhaust. So, glass mix is in a mixer with sand, limestone, and salt, which is why we need the salt stuff. So we're going to have 3 inputs into a mixer. That's going to give us that. And then we're going to have that and coal into a blast furnace. And that's going to give us molten glass and slag and exhaust. And then the molten glass is going to go into a glass maker and give us glass and more slag. Slag is easy to get rid of. Exhaust is just more pollution. That's just how it's going to be. So where are we going to put this puppy? Well, I feel like it's going to be a lot of sand interaction. And sand is up here. Our salt's going to be here. So maybe we do it in this area. So we do our salt and our glass. I think that's what we're going to do. And salt is just big ponds, right? Yeah, it's just big ponds. We bring the water in from seawater or from brine, and brine is what we're dumping. So we'll just suck off the brine into seawater ponds, get salt. Okay, we're ready to go. So that was this one. Deliver cargo. So yeah, so we'll do the salt here and the glass here, because that's close enough to the sand. It's not going to be terrible distance for them to travel. They're going to travel a certain distance regardless. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on iron ore. Why are we so slow on iron ore? We ought to have plenty of trucks. What do we got for trucks? We got 3 and 3. Where's the other truck? One, two. Oh, must be this one. Assigned to mine control tower. Oh, so he's just getting rid of stone. He's just getting rid of rock. All right. I'll cut you some slack on that. It's going to happen occasionally. Tree harvester, no trees to harvest. Dude, you are just laying waste over here. All right. How about that? That ought to keep you busy for a little bit. We're going to have to start planting trees. We're not going to call in any more people, because I think we're okay. All right, that's upgraded. Good. Now we got them both going. That is, yeah, lab 3s. All right. These are staying full. Is this guy gaining water? No. So we are good to go there. Now, when we do this, that's going to give us low pressure turbine. We're going to be able to tap what's coming out of here and make power from that before we get rid of the water. So we won't have as much of that going on too. Plus, since we're boiling the water, it's going to give us a way to recapture some of the work we've done. But what we'll probably do is come out of this one and then back into this one. Probably with a balancer. We'll probably end up replacing that with a balancer. I don't know, we'll see. We're going to probably end up having to repipe this in order to add the other generators or the other turbines. But we'll figure that out. All right, ship delivered the cargo. You go home. You are paused, and you're going to stay paused because we don't need that oil right now. How are we doing on the oil up here? Oh yeah, see, we got plenty. Now we're going to do repairs, and we'll have this guy start gathering materials. that's done, that's done. So everybody is doing everybody's stuff. Speed this up so that we can get the salt production. And how are we going to bring this over? That is a question to be asked. This one's easy. We can just bring it up and over. Where is this going? That's going up there. So what's feeding this one? That one goes to there. That one goes from there to there. So basically, they're all three being fed by this line. So we can tap this line after everything joins and bring it up here. Let's do that. All right, you're docked. So building, research lab 3, which we already are using. Pipe 2. And we're going to tap pipe 2. And we're going to come up to a height of 3. And we're going to come back through here. Over top of, I guess, all of that. So we'll bring it that far. And maybe what we'll do is we will put in a pipe balancer. And we will prioritize that output. Kind of force it that direction first. Not connected. Oh, it's not connected on the other end. So it's not going to put anything in the pipe because the other end's not connected. We learned that the other day. So now we have to wait on the salt production. But then that will bring the salt water from these, or the brine from these. That is brine, right? Yep, brine. That'll bring the brine up here, and then we can take the salt out of the brine. How is our water here doing? Yep, it has fully recovered. Awesome. All right, are you ready to leave? How many does this need? Deliver cargo. All required cargo loaded. We can send the ship on its way. Good. It would suck to realize we didn't. All right, we're going to have to put a moratorium on on people making. Growth pause. Because, well, you know what? We'll wait till we get to about 40. And then we're going to pause the growth. Let us upgrade this in the meantime. All right, so let's explore that since we're in that direction. We're going to go back to exploring. But yeah, we'll get up to 1040 and then we will stop natural growth. Ship delivered cargo, software mine repaired. Farm could not store all the potatoes. Well, that's not a bad thing. We got 42 months of food on hand. And I think these guys are doing a rotation of veggies each time. Maybe we'll add a rotation of veggies. You know what? We'll just let them fight. And then go home and repair. Maybe we'll do a rotation of veggies in each of these as well. We're not ready to do corn and wheat yet. Because I'm not ready to deal with the animal feed stuff. So we'll do a rotation of veggies on all of them. That should make these guys a little more happy. Right? Because they want veggies, they want potatoes. So we'll give them veggies and potatoes. Alright, almost done salt. This was almost done upgrading. You're back. Repair. I'm not even going to unload the crew. I'm just going to leave them there. Come on, salt. Alright, there's salt. So we got evaporated pond and evaporated pond. Now the difference is this one. Now let's look at it here. Salt. So the evaporated pond takes 4 people. This one takes 6 people and electricity. But I'm sure it's faster than this one. I don't think I'm going to worry about faster. Yeah, so this is going to be, where is it, brine. This is going to be 12 every 60 seconds. This is going to be 24 every 60 seconds. And it's going to take 48 versus 24. We're just going to put in regular ones, I think. Where are we going to put them? Becomes the question. That tower's really in an inconvenient place now. Alright, well, let's do here, here, that's 6 is 12, right? Because they're 6 apiece or 4 apiece. 4, 8, 12. and then let us undo. We should have thought ahead. Back to here. Well, we didn't know to think ahead. So that's the way that goes. All right, and then we're going to do pipe 2 here to here. Pipe 2 here to here, here to here, here to here. And then we're going to get rid of that section. So now we have the connector. All right, so we want to go from there to there. To there. And then we're going to tell this brine to salt. This is what, seawater to salt, seawater to brine. We want brine to salt. And then we want storage, loose storage, I'm going to assume. We'll put it down here. And we'll go U-shaped belt. So that's going to put all of our salt in here. Those are quick. That's going to fill up quick. That's not going to do too much for us for brine. I was hoping we would do a little bit better. Can we trade brine? I wonder. Let's look at trade. Can we contract out to deliver salt? Household appliances, household goods, lab equipment, rubber. No. Okay, so we can't. Can we sell salt? Can we sell seashells by the seashore? We can sell glass. And we'll see. Yeah, that's going to fill up quick. I was hoping that was going to give us a bit more of a reprieve on our brine, but I guess not. All right, well, that's life. We just need to find somebody that'll trade with us, I guess. Explore. Now we just need glass making. And that's going to go here. And that's going to be equipment we don't have yet. the first thing we're going to need is a mixer. 36. That'll give us that. So that'll give us 1 and a bit. So we don't have we have a blast furnace though, don't we? We have the blast furnace now. So we just don't have the glass maker. So we can start to set this up. So we need a mixer. Let's go into build mode. So we can figure this out. So we need a mixer into a blast furnace. We won. Can we get over to this one? No, we can't. We got to go home. That's fine. So then that's going to go into that, and then that's going to go into something. And this is going to be a recipe that we can't do yet. But then we're going to want loose storage twice. Because we're going to want limestone and we're going to want sand. Right? Limestone, sand, and salt. The salt we're gonna belt. Limestone, sand, salt is that, and then we're gonna need one that's gonna be coal and an output of slag. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 more storage bins. We know what we need. We just need the damn recipe. Repair. And then once we have that, we'll be making glass. We can make our own vehicle parts. That wasn't ominous or anything, was it? At which point we can start getting rid of some of these little trucks and start making big trucks. And start replacing the little trucks with big trucks. How's this doing? Well, it's doing. It's just not doing much. But it's doing. Ship is fully repaired. Okay. Go explore this one. Glass making. Got it. Okay. So, that gives us glass maker. How big is the glass maker? Glass maker. Right? So then this is going to be well, what's the difference between the two? This gives us more. 48, 12, 12. And acid's going to give us 48 instead of 36. I don't want to truck acid up here right now. We're just going to go with this one. And then from that to molten glass. And that. And then that's glass. Right? So this Oh, that would be for the acid if we were bringing in acid. We're not bringing in acid. But we can do that. No, you know, right, we know we're going to win. Go home. All right. So, we just want to start making it. So if we do, we bring it down here further. We don't want to get in the way of that stuff. So then we go loose lift up, loose lift, down, U-shaped conveyor, that leaves for the trucks, and then we need limestone and salt. We got salt, we need sand and limestone. So storage, loose storage, these, we don't have to worry about them being raised. Gonna be sand, and limestone, right? Limestone, sand, salt. Limestone, sand, salt gives us glass mix. Glass mix into a blast furnace. Burner. We're gonna have to space it 1 because if we do that, it blocks that. So I have to space it 1. And then that's gonna give us U-shaped belt. And then loose storage bin. Belt in coal, right? Because we need coal. So that's going to be that plus that's going to give us that and exhaust. So smokestack. And loose storage. And belt. Yeah. Flag. And then cut. Either way, we're going to have to bump into it. So, plus, I'm going to cut this and move it between the two of them, because that's got to go there, that's got to go there. Ah, the sounds of summer. So that's molten in. Oh, wait, molten has to be a molten channel. There we go. And then that goes into storage. For glass. And then we can get rid of these two. So, unpause. Now let's see if we can make glass. In goes the salt. Somebody already brought us limestone, and somebody already brought us sand, it looks like. And we've already produced glass mix. And then this glass mix, we need the coal. Somebody bring us coal, please. Got all them trucks. Somebody bring us coal. Yeah, we're waiting on coal. What are you guys doing down here? Filling up. Are you headed up there to give us coal? Looks like you might be headed up here to give us coal. No, you're giving them coal. Where's my coal? We want to keep this empty, not full. Keep full. Keep full. Keep full. That might be why, because we hadn't told it to keep full, so there was no priority to bring us some. Not enough maintenance. Really? Oh, what are we missing for maintenance? We're missing mechanical parts. Unpause you. Alright, we're gonna have to keep an eye on the maintenance. Power generation 2. Okay. Are you running yet? You're not running yet. Still need coal. We need another farm store. Or maybe we shut down a farm. I don't want to shut down a farm though, because we know what happens when we starve. Bring me some coal, thank you. All right, molten glass. And we're making glass. Awesome, making glass. All right, now we got our own glass. So there it is, guys. We got that set up. Now we're gonna have to look at fixing our maintenance issue again. We got to come up with more maintenance, which means we got to come up with more mechanical parts, because that's not what that's where we're behind. Which means, I guess, we're getting towards time to increase our steel our iron smelting, I guess. Might have to put in another set of iron smelting, which means we're going to need more diggers. But hopefully this will, yeah, iron. We're going to need more iron. We need more iron. We're going to have to put in another iron smelter and the associated stuff. You guys are waiting on trucks. Yeah, okay. So next episode we're going to have to deal with like transportation stuff and getting more iron, because that's what's hurting us on that. Although we've been using a lot of it because we've been repairing the ship too. So that's part of that, because I mean that's 400 right there. So maybe we just don't run the ship for a little bit and let our iron build back up. But anyway, that's that. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.